My name is Jonathan Goforth with Keller Williams Platinum Partners. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to talk with you about the top 5 reasons to become a real estate agent. I've been a real estate agent for 26 years, and I'm going to talk to you about these top 5. These are the most common. These are the 5 reasons that I got in, and probably you're going to be attracted to these also. The number one reason to get into a career, which by the way, this is the most awesome career, but I'm going to give you the good and the bad and the ugly to it, so you are very prepared if you're considering this as a career. Number one reason to become a real estate agent is the flexibility. The flexibility of the schedule is unlike no other. There are no other jobs that provide this kind of flexibility with all the wonderful things it can also give. So with that flexible schedule, you can work part-time, you can work full-time. I've been a full-time realtor since I started back in 1997. And then the second most popular, which they're kind of tied, is unlimited income. Not just income, unlimited income. I want to explain what that means because you can make really good money as a real estate agent. Most agents don't. So I'm going to explain why as I give you the good and the bad and the ugly to a real estate agent, because it is probably the most glamorized profession I've ever seen. You know, everybody wants to become a real estate agent. If you notice, that's why there's over 1.5 million active agents right now in the nation, but it also has the highest turnover rate. And so in addition to that 1.5 million, there have been hundreds of thousands more who have come and gone since I got into real estate 26 years ago. You've got HGTV, an entire network designated for glamorizing the wonderful world of real estate. You've got Bravo and all these other TV shows that make it so much fun to watch. You know, $1 Million Listing, beachfront properties, on and on and on, how to flip properties and Property Brothers, and it's just on and on and on, how cool being a real estate agent can be. And so you've already got flexibility with it. You've got unlimited income potential. Number 3, you get to help people in a significant way. It's in a way that is very unique. And so most of your clients, really all of them in different forms or another, let's say it's a person going through a divorce and they call you, we're going through a divorce, we need to get our house on the market and get it sold. So you're going to come into the picture for a very short window of time. And in this case, you're going to kind of be a counselor. You're going to become the best friend of all of your clients during this very short little chapter of their life. And it's fun. You're going to be there to help them, to encourage them, give them comfort. You're just going to be a good listener. Half the time, they're going to talk with you about all the things they have going on with their kids, with their parents, with their dog, everything. You are there to be part of their lives. And in going through this process, you're going to feel so blessed that you are part of the process. Let's say this is a first-time homebuyer. They're going to buy their very first house ever, and they're entrusting you to help find it and to walk them through the process. What do they do? How do they get a loan? What do they do with inspections? What do they do after they move in for maintenance? You get to help explain this to them so that it's a really good, wonderful experience for them. And so they get to enjoy living the American dream in our awesome nation of owning property and building wealth. And you get to be part of that. You get to help make that happen. Let's say they've owned it for a few years, they've gotten married, now they're having some kids, they've outgrown the house. You get to sell that house and help them find a bigger house. That's fun. And you get to come back into their lives again and really help them. And you will find this so rewarding. It is a wonderful, wonderful career that you're going to feel really good that you're part of. Number 4, the 4th reason to become a real estate agent, you get to be in business for yourself. Now, this was something very attractive for me. Here's what's interesting about this awesome career. Nobody just comes out of high school and just wants to do it. It's nobody's big dream when they're growing up. I want to grow up. I want to be a real estate agent. That just doesn't happen. We all just end up here. So my previous job was going away. The company was closing. And so I did not want to work for anyone else anymore. I was tired with the corporate world, and I wanted to be in business for myself. I wanted to be in charge of my own destiny finally. I didn't want to be micromanaged. I didn't want to be told what to do all day long by my boss who was lazy. I was working harder than my boss. And so reasons like that, it was so attractive to get into real estate. And so, yes, you're going to own your own business. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the good and the bad and the ugly now. You are going to be in business for yourself. You are an independent contractor. You are self-employed. You need to make sure you understand what this means before you sign up to do this. That means there are no benefits. There is no health insurance for you. There is no 401k. There's no retirement plan. There are no sick days. There are no vacation days. You are 100% commission, self-employed, and independent contractor. With whatever brokerage you're working for, that's what being a real estate agent is. Now, you are your own boss. You are in control of your own success. And that's good and that's bad. You are not going to be held accountable to anyone to make you do anything ever again once you sign up for this. I thrive on that. I hope you thrive on that too. But I also want to show you what these top 5 reasons are to become a real estate agent, because if you are not going to fit with this, then this is not the career for you. You know, there are around 1.4, 1.5 million real estate agents right now because it's so attractive, and yet nobody pursues it as their plan A when they come out of school. So if you are coming out of another career, or you are just thoroughly disgusted with whatever you're doing in life right now, and you've always just, I watched HGTV all the time, it just looks like fun. It just looks like fun. You drive around. Real estate agents, they all drive Cadillacs or Range Rovers. They just drive around. They show properties. They just cash all these commission checks. Life doesn't get any better than that. Well, we're going to talk about that in just a second. But yes, you are completely self-employed. The bad side to that, with whatever brokerage you sign up for, you are not going to be held accountable, and there is going to be a lack of training. That's why my YouTube videos, I think, have become kind of popular, is because there is a lack of training in pretty much every brokerage I've ever seen. I've been doing this 26 years. You know, my first 18 years, I was with a huge company here, the biggest company in Kansas City, called Reese Nichols. Then a few years ago, I changed to Keller Williams Platinum Partners. Keller Williams, they pride themselves in the best training out there. RE/MAX, it prides itself with the best training out there. The old company I was with, Reese Nichols, it prides itself with the best training out there. And they all lack in training. They just do. And the results of that is real estate as a career has the highest turnover rate of any career out there. It just does. And that's because of the lack of you who might be thinking about getting into real estate, have the wrong expectation. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second. And when you do get in and you're all gung-ho, you're ready, you are motivated and excited, but the training is just lacking because there's just no accountability. That's just the good and the bad and the ugly to it. So if you are very self-motivated, very self-driven, you will thrive on this. I thrive on this. I thrive not being micromanaged. You tell me what to do, I am going to do it. And that's it. I don't need lots of reminders. I don't need to be micromanaged. I'm going to do it. I'm going to work so hard, I'm going to die trying at this. So we're going to talk about a little bit more. Number 5. Number 5 is just kind of a wonderful little perk. It's an effect that comes out of being a big successful real estate agent. You're going to get respect. You're going to be respected in a way that you have probably never experienced before. You're going to feel a little glamorized from it. You know, there's nothing more fun than having a listing and you drive by the for sale sign, it's your listing, and you got your picture on the sign. I mean, it's so cool. It is so cool driving by your listings and seeing your picture, your name, your brand, your image on that for sale sign. It's cool. And when you start advertising yourself and your brand, you're going to feel a little publicity from it. You might even get paparazzi. I don't have paparazzi, but it could happen for you. It's a really neat thing that a normal career out there, jobs, they don't provide anything like that. You know, this career is so glamorized, and you're going to be linked into that. The more promotion you do of yourself, you will feel that love from your clients. It's just pretty cool. Now let's talk about what it really means to be in control of your destiny, being in control of your success, so you can understand what these top 5 reasons really mean for you if you were thinking about getting into real estate. Couple things before I go on. Speaking of being glamorized and all that, if you would subscribe, give this video a like. The like is for me. It makes me feel good. Now let's talk about how real estate really works in the beginning. I've been doing this 26 years. When I first got in back in 1997, I had the preconceived ideas that I am going to go get licensed. And it was harder back then, by the way. Back then, 26 years ago, there was no social media. There were no apps. There was nothing online at all. It didn't exist yet. There was no Facebook. Websites were starting to come out. We didn't all have them yet, but it came soon. And so it's so easy to get into real estate now. That's why it's exploded with so many real estate agents. And now I'm going to talk to you about how do you become a successful one? Because you can. This is the best career possible. I'll just give you that up front. No matter what the ugly side is I'm about to tell you, get in, make it work, do what it takes to become a success. When I first got in, I honestly thought all you do, you sign up with a brokerage, all you do is you go to the office, real estate office. I would sit there as a brand new agent. The phone would ring. The public out there calls that office. I was with the biggest real estate brokerage in town. I picked them on purpose because I wanted the phone to ring so I could sit there and take these calls. John Doe's going to call in. Yeah, I need to sell my house. Could you send an agent over, please? That's seriously what I thought happened. And I'm thinking as I'm going through real estate school, I wonder how many clients I could take a day. How many people actually call in a day and want me to go list their house? 5? 10? That's not how it happens, by the way. It does happen, but it's very rare. I've got videos on that, by the way. It's a reason to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos on real estate training. The other thing I was very caught off guard by, and I don't want this to come as a shock to you, is the amount of time it took me to become a success. My first year in real estate, my entire first year, I sold 0. I sold nothing my first year in real estate. My second year in real estate, 1998, was pretty bad. I sold almost nothing. I think I maybe sold 1 or 2 little tiny houses. It was no big deal at all. I was going through my savings quickly from my previous job. It was horrible. And I was fitting into what most real estate agents do. Most real estate agents quit after their second or third year because of lack of sales. It's the only reason they quit. They would love to have the flexible schedule if they were making unlimited income. If they were making a lot of money, let's say $30,000 a year, $130,000 a year, $230,000 a year, they would love that. They would love to be helping people, but they didn't get enough clients to help. They would love to be in business for themselves, but the business never took off, so they end up quitting. And so I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about what I did. So it was my year 3 when it finally started taking off. And then it started getting pretty good. Year 4, I've been doing this 26 years. Year 4 actually got really good. Year 4 was pretty awesome. Year 5 was better than that. This is the most awesome career you've ever seen. Along the way, now keep in mind, I was new. I know you are new. I want you to understand it will take a while in the beginning to create the foundation. I'm going to talk to you about the 2 businesses you're really in just a second. So you need to understand what it is you're signing up for. As it starts taking off, life is awesome. However, in the beginning, you're going to have some downtime. So you need savings because you're going to have some expenses as a real estate agent, whether you sell anything or not. So you want to have savings to pay the fees and the savings to market yourself. You know, the most wonderful thing about this, with that recognition, the biggest compliment anyone will ever give you in this awesome career is you'll do a good job for a client. And they will refer you to their friends and their families because they want to help you. They were so impressed with what a great job you did, they will refer you, and these referrals will lead to more referrals, and that's why it takes some time in the beginning. So I want to make sure you understand that. You're in business in two ways. So let's talk about this. This is where I want you to really understand what it is you're getting into, because if you are really getting excited about what I'm talking about, you're about to thrive. This is the most exciting point I'm about to share with you. We talked about the negatives, the no benefits. There are no set hours. This is not an 8-to-5 career, by the way. But if you want to be self-employed and you are looking at maybe, how do you do that? Well, maybe you have to buy a Subway franchise, some other franchise. That's how you want to become in business for yourself. That's expensive. That's hard to do. And in doing that, you're going to work your butt off there all day long. At night, you're going to be there after it closes at night cleaning up. You're going to work holidays. You're going to work weekends. Well, that's the same kind of schedule as the flexibility of the schedule in being a real estate agent. You're going to be available all the time. And it can be wonderful because the more you're selling is also the more you're working. So you have to be available to pull off that kind of schedule. You're going to work throughout the day. You're going to have breaks. I get to go have lunch with my friends. If you have a job right now, maybe you get a 30-minute lunch break, maybe an hour max, and you have to be back in an hour. I don't. I can take a 2-hour lunch. I go work out with my friends during the day when nobody else is there. The flexibility of the schedule is so awesome. So let's talk about the two businesses you just signed up for. Business one, this is why you went or are about to go to real estate school. You're going to learn how to become a real estate agent, to get your license. You're going to become legal with your state real estate commission. Then you're going to join a brokerage. You're going to take classes on how to fill out a contract, how to do this, how to do that, how to get to closing, how to do real estate. So business number one is how to sell property. That's what it is. And that's relatively easier compared to business number two, because you don't have anything to sell yet. Business number two is what leads to my fifth point of being respected and having, building a brand and an image and being recognized and driving by your for sale sign with your picture on it. Your second business with this in being self-employed is you. You are the product. You are the brand. You're advertising your name, your phone number, your picture, your brokerage with that, which is required. That's why I announced I'm with Keller Williams Platinum Partners in the beginning. I have to do that to satisfy the 2 states that I'm licensed in. You need to really understand you are a marketing expert now. This is your second business. And the better you are at that, promoting yourself, however you're going to do that, and I have a lot of videos on this, the better you are at that, the more houses you're going to sell. The bigger the success as you become a real estate agent is because of the better job you did promoting your brand, your name, your image, your picture, the reputation that you develop from that to get referrals from your existing customers. Now, the best way to do that is market yourself to your existing customers, your sphere of influence, your circle of influence. I have phenomenal video on how you create that name list. That's going to pop up at the end of this video to help you. If you are thinking of getting into real estate, I want you to watch that before you start taking classes, because you are in control of your destiny on this. If you fail, it's your fault. If you're a huge success, it's you that gets the credit for that too. It's on you. And I love this. This is one of the biggest, most awesome reasons. You are in control of your destiny. Wherever you live in the United States, there are 2 personalities I want to talk to you about. This is what I see on a regular basis. I've got a team of 12 agents on my team, and I have trained agents with classes for many years in different real estate offices. And here are really the 2 different personalities I see that can make you a big success as a real estate agent, or you'll struggle with it. So let's talk about these 2 personalities. Personality number 1, you're excited. You're just really excited. You're getting into real estate and you start telling everybody, I'm going to real estate school. I'm going to become a real estate agent. And after you become licensed and you join the brokerage, you start telling everybody, I am in real estate. You know anybody that wants to buy a house? I mean, I've so excited. And you're telling all of your friends, all of your family, you're doing Facebook posts. You don't know the slightest thing about how to fill out the contract. All you've done is get your real estate license. You need to go through all your classes in your office, how to fill it out. What's the difference between FHA and VA? You don't know any of that yet, but you're so excited. You're telling everybody. And because of that, you're going to get some business. One of your friends is going to say, you know, my mom passed away a couple months ago and we are still cleaning out that house, but we're sorting on it. We're going to have all the pictures and everything done. We're going to do a big estate sale and then we need to get the house sold. You want to sell it for us? Can you imagine? You're going to get a listing. That's exactly how that happens. Or you're at the gym and you're talking to other people. I just got my real estate license. I'm so excited. Like, you know what? I've been thinking about buying a house. They're renting. I've been thinking about buying a house. How much are interest rates right now? And you're like, I don't know, but I'm going to find out. You don't ever just say, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. And you text a lender or text an agent in your office and say, hey, what are rates right now? I've got somebody asking me. And then they say, well, rates are this. And you start to have a conversation. You are brand new. You've never sold anything before. They're going to be impressed with you. And so they're going to become a buyer for you. That's because of your excitement. You are marketing yourself. You're getting your name and your image and your brand as it develops in front of people. That's what you need to be doing. That's called sales. In case you were curious, real estate agent is a 100% commission sales job. It's a sales career. Hate to burst the bubble on you, but that's what you're in, is sales. You have to do lead generating to get these clients. The other personality is this. I bump into this frequently. They get their real estate license. They enjoyed studying. They want to know everything about real estate. They read everything. They read it twice. They passed easily because they know the material so well. Now they are legal. They have their real estate license. And so before they feel confident to go mention to anyone that they're a real estate agent, they want to go take all the other classes now. How to fill out the contract. They want to take all the lending classes too. What's the difference between VA and FHA and conventional? What are the difference between this and that? How do you go show property? They want to go take all the MLS classes first, twice, so that they become the expert. They are just as good as the teacher, and they have to do this. They have to do this before they are ever confident enough to mention to anyone, especially their family and their friends, that they are now a real estate agent. The problem with that, and many people fall into this, you'll never know everything. You will never feel the confidence enough to go talk to people because you're going to learn how to do it on the job. You're going to get a buyer, and now you're going to need your broker's help. What do you do with this buyer? You're going to get a listing. You're going to need your broker's help or other agents in your office who are training. What do you do with this listing? I don't know what to do with this. And now they will help you because you're marketing yourself. That's how you do it. And I want to make sure you understand that expectation. I didn't know that in the beginning. Remember, I thought you just sit there and the calls would come in. You have got to reach out to everyone. You need to do Facebook posts, TikTok videos, get on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, send messages to promote. I am a real estate agent. Let the whole world know. You need the whole world, all of your world, your social influence, your circle of influence. They all need to know you're doing real estate. And the more people who know you sell houses, the more houses you're going to sell. You know, and I'll share with you this. My first 2 years were bad. They were bad. And I want you to know that. It was hard. And then along the way, I started selling a lot of properties. It can be a very lucrative, wonderful career. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get from it. In 2019, 2020, and 2021, I got to be listed in Forbes magazine. I will show this to you. You can see a little proof. I got listed in Forbes magazine. Here's one of those years. As one of the top market leaders in the United States. What a dream come true. These are published by 5-star professionals. In 2021, I got to be on a top 500 list in Fortune magazine. I wrote a book that got published. This is available at Barnes & Noble. You can see my name up here. This is just another perk of number 5. I feel respected from this. I feel like it's just wonderful. And so I wrote this book. You know, here I am pictured in here. You can get it from any bookstore in the country. You can order it from Mardell. It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. It's everywhere. How to sell homes in a tough market. It's all the top 25 successful secrets to help brand new agents sell a property. So I just wanted to share you with that. After a few years of this wonderful career, my career went nuts and has stayed going awesome ever since. But I promote my brand. Something else you will love the attention of. As your income grows, you can do some fun marketing. I have billboards now. I love that. I hate to say it, but it's kind of an ego thing. I enjoy that. Hopefully I get business off that. I just started doing that a couple months ago. I thoroughly love advertising within my kids' schools. They allow for sponsorships. And with that, I can put my logo on the website. They do that for me. It's whatever it costs for your school to sponsor it. I sponsor the middle school. I sponsor the high school. I sponsor the Booster Club. I have big 3x5 foot banners on the stadium and inside the field house at the high school. I love doing that. It's a huge fundraiser for them. Thank goodness I'm successful enough. I have the income to get to do that. And it also makes me feel good because people call me off those. These are the wonderful top 5 reasons to become a real estate. I highly recommend it. There is no other career better than this. Just go for it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Give this a like. The other videos popping up now. And check those out. Thanks so much.